This is who I was, but it's definitely not who I am. Welcome to Vegas Prison Stories. So one of the number one questions that I get asked about doing time in Nevada is cheat busting a real thing in Nevada prisons? Well, let's talk about that. So in all my time in prison and in jail or any of that in Nevada, I have never once heard of somebody taking somebody else's cakes. Does it happen? I mean, it's possible. Maybe on one of the SNY yards? Maybe. I'll tell you this, in a level 4, nothing like that goes down. If somebody was to try and take advantage of a Wood or a Sereno, I'll speak on them first because those are the cars that I was most involved with. If somebody was to try and take advantage of a white guy in Nevada, in prison, that'd be bad news for that person because we're not going to sit back and allow that. Definitely no other car is going to come along and take advantage. Now, it is an old tale. If you're in county and you're new to going to prison, people will mess with you. They'll tell you, oh, Peaches is up there, man. Peaches are off the hook. You know, stuff like that. But it's not true. First of all, if somebody in the Wood car even thought about doing something of that nature with somebody else, they would get rolled up right away. And if they tried to take it by force, it's hokey pokey time. Nobody's going to put up with anything like that. Are there gays on the main line in Nevada? Absolutely. And they're not anything to be messed with either. Those dudes know how to fight. I saw one time, and I'm not going to throw any names or any cars under the bus, there was a spades game going on, and one of the dudes was gay. The people that were playing against him, one of the guys disrespected the gay dude, called him a punk. So the punk looks at him and says, "Call me a punk one more time." Dude, shut up, punk. Punk slid him, bow, off his chair, on the floor. Looks real bad. Now this is a lose-lose situation. You get into a fight with a gay dude, and all of them know how to fight on the yard. Either bing, 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 congratulations, you beat up a gay dude. Or bing, 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 you just got beat up by a gay dude. There's no winning on that. So my advice would be, leave them alone. You got no business over there talking to them, calling them names, anything like that, because it can turn out real bad. Now in the other cars, I mean, I don't want to speak out of line, but there's, the politics are a little bit different than with the whites and the Serenos. They allow stuff like that. So whether or not that goes on with somebody outside of the white or Southsider car, I mean, it's possible. It's probable, actually. But I've never heard it or seen it or heard a story about it happening. What kind of prison population would just allow stuff like that to happen? Like, you got to be out your damn mind. You think I'm just going to sit back and listen to something like that or allow something like that around me? Get the fuck out of here. You're not going to be doing that shit around me, bro. We'll clean that up, and I don't care what car you ride in. Now, I have seen quite a few prison channels on YouTube, and the East Coast ones, I don't know, they talk like this is a normal, everyday thing, like, oh, he likes to take them fresh young white boys that come in, and that's because the politics are different on the East Coast. They don't have the structure that we have. In Nevada, the most structured car is going to be the Southsiders, and then it's the Woods. When it comes to we got rules and we got get down, and nobody's going to cross that line for any reason. So if you're young and pretty and going to prison in Nevada, hey man, you ain't really got to worry about that. I mean, not if you're a white boy. We're going to mess with you. We tell you about all the gay shit that does go down on them yards. I had this Wood. He's probably one of my favorite people. Always kept us laughing. Right next to the showers was his cell. And his cellie, boy, he had one. He had a hog. It was impressive. And the reason I know is because we would come out of the shower and he'd be standing in the window. So we'd walk by, start talking to him, and I'm looking at this man in his face, I'm talking to him, and he would just slide out of the way real quick. His Sally's standing there. Check this thing out. Jesus Christ, put the monster away, bro. This same guy, sometimes he walk by you, run his little fingers up your crack, smell them, and just smile at you. There's a lot of that gay play that goes on in the white car. I won't deny that. It's a well-known fact. These dudes are strange, but it's all in good fun. My celly in Southern Desert Jr., that motherfucker, I would wake up and I'd be using the bathroom and he'd turn around and just have his sausage hanging out, and he'd look at it and he'd go, does this look infected? Junior, if you don't get that damn thing away from me, I'm gonna break it off and throw it out the damn window, bro. Jesus. But there's a lot of that gay play. That's just kind of, I don't know, locker room type stuff. But for the rest of it, you're not gonna get your cakes taken. Not in a Nevada prison, and not if you're white. Not unless you want them taken, and then, you know, that ain't gonna happen from one of the woods, but that's a different story. You go on and do whatever you want. Take your ass to SNY. Find yourself a boyfriend. Y'all get married, be happy. Don't none of us give a shit about that. But for forceful, ain't nobody taking cakes. Alright, YouTube. It's a quick little thing. Want to clear it up. You know, I know on these other prison channels there's a lot of that. Ain't no cheek busting happening here. And if you bring that shit to Nevada, well, we'll stick something else in you too. I promise you that. Thanks for coming to Vegas Prison Stories. I appreciate each and every one of you. The channel's taking off. If you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe. You know, I mean, I'm blown away. People are watching the videos, man. They're liking them. So I appreciate all of that. And I'll see you on the next story. This is who I was, but it's definitely not who I am. Welcome to Vegas Prison Stories.